Hello, cosmic beings. Welcome to Being Cosmic. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I am so glad that each and every one of you are here. I will be doing a collective message today, so with that, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Ah, let's get into it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time, your energy, and your support on the channel, and also for helping to co-create these messages. I really do enjoy bringing them forth, so thank you, thank you. And um, thank you for the likes, shares, comments, subscribes, and of course the donations. They all really do help out the channel. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get into your message. Okay. We've got contract. Hmm. And door to romance. Okay, for some of you, what's coming through is there's something that needs to be taken care of before you can go through this door to romance. So this might be something legally. Maybe it's like, getting a divorce before you can, uh, you know, get into a new relationship. Maybe it's dealing with custody stuff. Something of that nature. This could also be This could also signify a soul contract that you have with somebody when it comes to romance. So take it as it resonates. There's a few different threads of energy coming through. So, maybe for some of you it's both. Maybe there's some legal stuff that you're being called to take care of, or you're in the midst of dealing with it, something of that nature. And you also have a soul contract with somebody that is in your highest good to romantically be with basically for this next phase of life. Okay, what else is going on? Oh, oh, wow. We've got cornucopia and patience and attachment. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So for some of you, part of what could be going on is the person that you want to be with basically, they might actually have a legal tie with somebody, like maybe they're married and you're going to be called to be patient through that process, while they're getting legal stuff handled. So for some of you, that might be what's going on. There is also an element of divine timing that comes out for me when I see this patience card. And so that could be part of what's going on too, is that there's things being worked on in the background, and that it's one of those, like, when the time is right, everything's going to be more or less seamless. There might be some stuff that you're gonna have to handle, or the other person's gonna have to handle, or something of that nature, but it's the path of least resistance. And so when it's the path of least resistance, everything just kind of, one step and then another and another, and it all just seamlessly unfolds. Um Then there's the cornucopia card, and so this is, like, my, like, dream reality card. So it's almost one of those, like, and with this attachment card too, I don't know if this is you or the other person that's got some attachments. Either way, this might be part of what is causing this situation not to fully manifest is because there are some things that you're being called to let go of, or this other person is being called to let go of. Um, this is that the mask we wear sometimes, for safety or whatever, to fit in with other people and stuff of that nature. And so maybe there's still an element of releasing these attachments, tapping into the authentic self, and then that is what will shift the energy to where you can be with this person. But ultimately, like, there's, it's cornucopia. Like, that's some good energy. For some of you, this person is tied to your dream reality in some way. And then we've got deceit. Um, um, let's see. So, this can come as a warning that there's somebody around you that um that is manipulative in some way. But I don't really not really picking up how this fits. It could be regarding a personal issue, like someone spreading rumors or disrespecting you to others. It could be a business matter where details are being hidden or even manipulated. Um, Make sure you have all the information you need to keep things honest and secure. A deeper layer could actually be coming from within. Is there something that you're lying to yourself about? In this case, the bag of valuables may be holding things like self esteem, happiness, and even leisure time. Whether it's about your life or yourself, remember the universe has a hard time sending you honoring experiences if your energy is shrouded in self-deceit. Okay, and when I first saw this card, I was thinking of kind of an internal dynamic. So maybe there's something going on. Maybe there's an attachment to an outdated belief system or story you've been telling yourself. I heard not good enough, so that could be part of what you're being asked to look at in release, before you're able to fully step through this door to romance. Um, and maybe it has something to do with some past legal stuff. Maybe there's something that happened that you're kind of telling yourself, like, because this one thing happened in my past, or these few things happened in my past, this person that, I want to be with wouldn't accept that about me, or something of that nature. And just know that if it's really a situation that's meant to be, if this is really your person, it's probably not going to be a deal breaker. But the recommended thing is not to hide that either. Um, and to allow yourself to really be in your most authentic energy, because that's ultimately what matters. A lot of us have done, what we would perceive as, negative things or bad things, especially when we're in the more unconscious state. And it's one of those things, if somebody truly has the ability to love you fully and see you fully and hold you fully, they're not going to hold those past events against you, especially if you've processed it and healed some of what, kind of caused you to do those things. If you're like, yes, I was operating from this state and did some things that I'm not proud of, but, I've done the inner work and I've healed that, but, you need to be aware of some of these things. If it's really, your person, they're going to be able to see past that. They're not going to just sit there and judge you because of some past mistakes. What else is going on? Oh, and then we've got door to spirit and happy family. Oh, wow. So, yeah, there's a lot of potential with this connection. There is absolutely the potential to have this happy family energy with this person. So this is, having creating a family with this person, blending families, introducing each other to family, something of that nature. And I'm feeling a very harmonious energy. And then door to spirit, I feel like this is really one of those connections that you're going to be able to align with the more you continue to go within and do some of that inner work and release attachments and integrate some of those wounds and things of that nature. I'm being called to take a peek at this one. So this is spiritual awakenings and new beginnings. So this door opens into the expansive energetic realm where all new beginnings originate. You're being guided through the clouds of the earthly world, leading you to a deeper understanding of your eternal identity, the source of all true value and power. This door opens onto truly unlimited potential, for the changes that happen here reach deep into the core of your being. As such, this card often heralds your increasing powers in the spiritual arts and a deepening connection with the spirit world. Don't be surprised if you find yourself becoming more intuitive, more aware of spirit's presence, or more powerful in your own healing practices. Now is the time to open up to the unexpected guidance and inspiration of spirit and to the magic and power of your true identity. So, yeah, it's really about just continuing to go within and become the most whole healed version of the self that you can be. And that is going to really give you this opportunity to go through this door to romance basically and to y- land in this cornucopia energy, this dream reality, and have this happy family and also continue to help. I feel like this is one of those connections that once it's solidified in the physical realm, it's going to help you both continue to um connect with yourself and you know the divine and really continue to just tap into that authentic core being essence. um and so it's one of those things, if you're sitting there and you're like, why hasn't this manifested yet? I this is the only thing I want, why hasn't it happened yet, so on and so forth. That's where this patience card is really coming in letting you know that it, do your best not to attach to the timing of it. Because if the time isn't like right now, it's because there's some other stuff that you're being called to look at. And then this other person's going to be called to do the same thing on their end, because this is a very, very powerful connection that I'm picking up on. This is very much when you both are in alignment with yourself, then you're going to be able to come into alignment with each other. And then it's just like all gas, no brakes kind of vibe, like in a very positive way with this cornucopia card. Like this is really beautiful potential energy out here. And so I feel like this is just coming through to let you know that it is still possible. Um, it is in the cards for you, literally. And and just keep trusting the process. Keep going within. Keep reaching out to the divine in whatever way that is for you. Keep really allowing yourself to follow that internal guidance in whatever way that manifests for you, because you're going to be guided, ultimately on the path back to the self, into true remembrance. And then once you really hit that energy and the other person hits that energy, you're going to be able to just boom, you know, come together and sparks fly, and it's beautiful and awesome and magical. So this really is a good energy. There's a little bit of that, you're being asked to work through, but ultimately it's gonna be, I just heard, beyond your wildest dreams. So this really is beautiful. I do feel like there's a worthiness wound that you're being asked to look at. And I do feel like maybe there's a level of idealization that's happening where you are looking at another person in kind of a idealized way. Maybe you've got them on a pedestal in some way. And it's one of those, don't allow the way that you're viewing this person to keep you away from them. Use that as motivation to continue to become your highest version. Because then, once you continue to do that and really release some of these blocks and remove some of these attachments and really get clear with yourself and get into that confident state, that's when you're going to be able to really just mesh with this person. And I feel like this is a connection where you guys have a soul mission of some sort to really, maybe it's just showing the world what, a true love connection looks like. Maybe it's coming together and working on on your purpose together in some way, and really aligning those passions together and working together and supporting each other. And that could even be, having kids or something of that nature, and being awesome parents, and raising the next generation. um Something of that nature. So there is a hell of a lot of potential. So just know that, and this is a very protected connection. And so the divine's really working with this energy to get you both ready. And I feel like I picked up on this thread of energy not that long ago. Um, and it's like the divine's priming you both to be able to manage and sustain this connection. So just keep trusting that it is meant for you. You are aligning with it. And the best way to continue to align with it is to continue to align with your highest version. That's the fun paradox to these connections. So, alrighty, well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. I hope this helps. If so, you can let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear about it. And if you like this message, feel free to hit that like button. It does help out the channel, so thank you. And if you would like to see more from me, feel free to hit subscribe. It is free, and I will see you on the next message. Bye.